Welcome back to this week's Vocal of the Week contention. The next contestant, even though we kind of already gave Adam 22 the Vocal of the Week, that doesn't mean there could be double Vocals of the Week. And I'm already telling you right now, this one also gets Vocal of the Week because I already know the story. You know what happened in the situation, but I'm doing a recording of it because it's that crazy. Because I want to give y'all my thought process because this is the most insane shit ever. I might even crash out again recording this. But Moist Critical Penny Zero, the Marvel Rivals drama is nuts. This isn't even all of it. I'll cover the topic later, but this is also getting Vocal Week, and you will see why. This is absolutely insane, and this might genuinely piss you off. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
I haven't heard of video game drama this big since the whole Dream Minecraft speedrunning saga. What's happening with the Marvel Rivals $40,000 tournament situation is pretty bizarre. In a nutshell, there was a Marvel Rivals tournament with a $40,000 prize purse. There was a player by the name of Kingsman who really wanted to take this seriously, making a mention that this money would be very helpful to him as a college student. And the rest of the team...
Okay, let me give you all a rundown, because Moist will give it. The tournament was for a grand prize of $40,000. 40K. 40K. $40K. If that doesn't make you want to go try hard, I don't know what does. So Kingsman says he wants to pay. Needs that money to pay for college. Understandably so. So, he wants to take it seriously. And apparently, he's one of the best players at the time. I mean, he's LeBron when it comes to this shit. He even was ranked number 1 at one time, I'm pretty sure. Sure. As you all will see later, there's going to be a scoreboard. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I may say this voice for this whole video because it fits the theme.
Team didn't seem to take it all that seriously, and eventually, when Kingsman was trying to, make changes to the team comp so they could better stand a chance at winning, they all attacked him, and eventually it led to him getting kicked from the tournament. His team then went on to place second to last in the tournament.
Okay. We'll get there. He was trying to make suggestions. And of course, as the best player in the world, maybe you should probably listen to him. Yeah, he's technically not the team captain. If he was the team captain, he would already put his foot down. But since he's not a team captain, he's like, alright, if you don't want to do this, then do whatever. You don't want to keep the will, we'll keep the will. But I'm just letting you know the will is fucking terrible. They then proceeded to kick him off, even after he was proven right. Because as you will see later, this man went 18-2 on his KD ratio, 18 kills to death. Elite KD ratio, if you ask me personally. The person that's using the Widow, aka Zaza, went 0-5. You know what the best part is? She had 0 fucking assists. Fucking pathetic. You know how I know it's pathetic even though I never played Marvel Rivals? Because XQC said he could even shoot the crap. I had someone even tell me that they could just hop on and shoot the ground and they would get at least one assist. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, getting an assist is real easy in this game. However, you somehow got 0. This is pretty... You're pretty trash, and that's just me being nice. But of course, we're not going to take $40,000 seriously. It's no big money, right? Right. So Kingsman, shut the fuck up, is what they told him. And then they later kicked him off. Why are you kicking LeBron off your team, bro? Alright, let me get into my reacting mode. You're about to see. Alright, I'm done with the narration. It fits better if I was doing commentary video. I'm doing reaction.
You guys. Okay, guys. Pace and point proven right now. Do you understand?
Remember, everyone got at least an assist. At least one assist. These guys, we'll get to Cece in a second about this. But guess what? These guys didn't get a lot of kills, but they got an assist. These two guys just finished him off, including this one too. They all at least have one assist. The only person who didn't have an assist is Zaza. And it could be justified if you got some kills. Like this person right here, 0 assists but got some kills. This person, 0 assists but got kills. In fact, this is also a solid KD ratio. It's not 18-2 KD ratio, but it's a good ratio nonetheless. How do you get it? How do you go 0-5-5? Oh! The good thing is, Zaza, you should stay quiet, bro. Going 0 in anything, your fan base is going to cook you. Rage went 0-5 in the Pokemon battle with Moist Critical, coincidentally. Okay. And his chat never let him live the end of it. Anytime Pokemon is mentioned, his chat would just spam 0-5.
Well, you've been making me feel like shit. Of course I'm gonna play.
How do you not see the problem right now?
Wait, first of all, it's that ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing too much.
Lucy's not even on Invis. Second of all, you're getting value because
No, she shouldn't be dead.
Yes.
I'm getting value because I'm 1v6ing.
Hulk isn't peeling for you, bro.
He 1v6ing. He's literally LeBron when it comes to tips. You traded LeBron. That's why Nico Harrison traded Wayne. That's why I keep the Dallas Mavericks trading Luka, bro. That's crazy. Oh, wait.
Yes, Zaza is 0-5, but we won the point, bro.
Because of him!
Because they were hard, like, 4 people are dying.
Bro, I'm not as tight because I already know this. I'm so late to this. I already... we need to start moving on from this, but... this is crazy.
That means 4 of their util, 4 of their resources are all spent on Zaza.
I saw this a couple days ago and I was so confused why anyone would be joining a tournament if they didn't actually care about winning at all. So he is very clearly trying his best to help the team win. And they were talking about like how toxic and annoying and insufferable he was, things like that, which eventually led to him getting kicked and being like disrespectful, that kind of thing. From all the clips I've seen, he never made any, like, personal attacks against anyone. He was never even, like, overbearing or, like, yelling and screaming. The closest he came was in this clip here where he's like, do you understand? Like, case in point, we should make a switch. This isn't working. Our Widow is 0-5-0, which is a very fair point and a good suggestion because it clearly wasn't working. They may have won the point, but I think it's a large part because Kingsman put the team on his fucking back here. Like, 18-2, he was kind of going Insano style. I don't know why this became such a huge issue for his teammates where they hated him so much for trying to win that they started insulting him after the fact. And that's where most of the drama stems from. Them refusing to switch is one thing that feels like it's kind of trolling and just intentionally throwing the tournament for the sake of vibes, which is weird because, again, just go play quick play or something. Why even bother going into a tournament if the goal isn't to try and win it? He made it clear he wanted to sweat because this would be very important money for him in his situation.
And you know what's crazy? They made fun of him for that. They made fun of someone trying to earn bread, bro. These rich fucks never have any sympathy, bro.
College. Now, I also heard that when the tournament was put together, there wasn't an announcement about how much money was on the line. So I think maybe there was some confusion.
Yeah, the group wins 40,000 each member. The split was going to be each person will still get 3K. Still, 3K is 3K.
From the team where they wanted to just play for fun and sillies and goofies. And then once $40,000 was announced, they still had that mindset. Meanwhile, Kingsman really wanted a piece of that pie because it would be helpful to him. It'd be like $3,000, which is a significant amount of money, especially for someone in college where this could be very useful. So that clashed where he really wanted to win. His team, who they didn't give too much of a fuck. They didn't think it was that big of a deal. So he, throughout like their time playing together, would be making like suggestions and saying like, hey, you know, there's going to be this in the tournament, there's going to be that, maybe we should look at this, maybe we should look at that. And I think they were just getting so annoyed that he was wanting to win so badly that they started to really resent him for it.
No, as a this also drives me nuts as a competitive guy too. Like when I'm joining something, I don't care if there's no reward. I want to win. I want to win. I don't give a fuck if you're trying to play for fun. I'm trying to win. Oh, there's no point in winning? Okay. Bragging rights, bitch. The fuck? I'm trying my hardest every time, bro. No, I'm not going to whine and go, wah if I lose. But I'm going to be upset if we lose. No, I'm going to say, hey, good game, bro. Y'all did good. Good game. But I'll be upset.
It eventually led to...
As a competitive dude, this drives me nuts too. Like I said, it's old now. So my anger is gone. But I was tweaking. If someone robbed me of $3,000, I'd be tight.
Like the bubbling over point where he got reported to the tournament organizer. They said a whole bunch of nasty stuff about him, and then it snowballed into what it is today, mainly because the team captain was so vocal about her disdain for this guy. She said things like, I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. You are also...
You're also playing a game. Bro. And by the way, I don't think he has social skills. How do you know he has bad social skills because of the game?
So, spending your time inside playing video games. You're a streamer. Why are you using that as an insult against him? I didn't really detect a lack of social skills throughout any of the footage I saw of them playing together. I guess you could make an argument that, you know, maybe his attitude could grind your gears because he was offering like a lot of advice on potential team comps, and he did multiple times mention like, hey, the Black Widow's probably not going to work here. We've got to be mindful of like dive comps, that kind of thing. Would you be willing to try like Bucky perhaps? And they would always kind of like roll their eyes at him and be like, shut the fuck up. Like, there's a clip I saw where one of them was like, you've got to just drop this. That's enough. Stop making suggestions, basically, about, you know, switching. It's not happening. Look, which I think is a pretty hostile response to that, because this is coming from a place of him just trying to help the team win. I don't think he was being, like, necessarily overbearing with it or anything like that.
This is kind of irrelevant, but apparently her old tweets got dug up, and what do you know, she's one of those people, aka I hate all men. What? people like that, I just do not like, bro. How do you hate the opposite sex, bro? Like, how much of a loser you gotta be to hate on the opposite sex? Bro, you weird, bro.
He certainly wasn't really being aggressive about it. Like, he never got personal. He was never, like, insulting his teammates. He was never doing anything like that, from what I could tell. So I truly didn't see, like, a lack of social skills. I just saw someone who really wanted to win because there was a significant amount of money on the line. And if you're in a tournament, why would you not be trying to win? Team captain even made this statement saying, "I don't want to win with someone who can't take no for an answer," which is a certified stinky comment for sure. That's a big-time PU moment right there for the Jumbotron. I don't know where that's even coming from. His suggestions weren't heeded. Okay? He didn't start, like, you know, stomping his feet and yelling and screaming and pissing and shitting about it either. He's just like, okay, alright, we'll do it. We'll run it, fuck it, we'll do it live. And when it didn't work, he did eventually say, like, look, told you so, can we please make this switch, and then still got attacked for it. I didn't see any examples of him not taking no for an answer. Like, yes, he did make a suggestion multiple times, like, would you be willing to try this? Would you be willing to maybe switch here? What about this? But that isn't not taking no for an answer. That is coming from someone who wants to win a fucking $40,000 tournament. He then continued to insult Kingsman and I guess anyone that was supporting him in her Discord, saying, "Yo, Kingsman cocksuckers, screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't seen the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord with
if this was my first time, this would already been a 30-minute video. I got nothing, but now that it's been so long, like, I don't got the energy to say what I gotta say, bro.
Spreading hate from the mods and Kingsman community, fire emoji. This one will really get your eyebrow in the air. So she's calling out the people that were supporting Kingsman, saying they're cocksuckers and how toxic they are. Meanwhile, she has been the most openly toxic, like, vocally expressing her disdain for this guy and now, like, his community. And let's not get it twisted. I think it's pretty obvious. Most people have probably seen a lot of, like, really dog shit takes from people that are using this as just like a giant insult against all women who play video games.
Oh yeah,
that is absolutely.
Unfortunately, yes. Like, I've seen someone that says this is the same woman back, but unfortunately, it is. There are some incel losers who are just like, you see, this is why women shouldn't be gaming. This is. I don't like women. I don't like women. There are definitely some people doing that, bro.
Absolutely happening, and that shit sucks. Those are some fucking losers you can make fun of. Absolutely. But she, from what I can tell when this message was sent, was talking about, like, anyone that was expressing support for Kingsman, and I'm sure there probably were some, like, absolute greaseballs that went through and said some terrible things, sure. But to extend that to, like, anyone that was supporting Kingsman, calling them cocksuckers, I think is just kind of crazy. Especially considering she has by far been the most mean and nasty about this. Kingsman, from what I saw from the clips that were during this time, he tried to, like, actively say, like, hey, don't go harass anyone and don't be mean. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, he was clearly upset about it, but I felt like he was doing, or at least making an effort to try and stop people from going and doing shit like that.
I just got one thing to say, so he wasn't like a big streamer before that, but after, since his name got out there, people started flooding him. Yeah, apparently he got his, I don't think Moist talked about this, but he apparently got 3,000 donations, like well over 3,000. So he still got his end of his pay cut. So guess what? He's someone, bro.
That. She, on the other hand, was just openly attacking him.
Everyone thinks this guy's a
exploder like a bug. That's just what happens.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that. And we're still gonna play Widow.
I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
This is a clip like
a 6-7 joke in the big 2025. What are we doing, bro?
keep seeing spread around. That first clip is when he is explaining like why the Widow's not going to work, and they're like, oh, great point. Go fuck yourself, we're still playing Widow. That's all we're gonna do. We're here just for good vibes, good time, and I don't care if this money means something to you, because it doesn't to us. That second clip, that is not Cece, that is someone else named Lucy, whom has deleted this VOD, so I can't even find the full context here, but from the sound of things, she is insulting Kingsman because of him expressing the want of the $3,000 because it would be very helpful to him as a college student. So then she's like making fun of him, taking the piss, even threw in an absolutely revolting 6'7" meme reference that'll make your skin crawl about it. It's just very mean-spirited. There's also another clip of her talking about it, saying, like, even if you support Kingsman, like it's fucking Israel or something. I don't even know what she was trying to say with that one. I guess since I referenced it, I'll show you that clip, too.
I have a genuine question. Like, seriously, answer this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel. Anyways, whatever you have in your head, I have a genuine question. I
think everyone has a genuine question after seeing that segment there.
Why are you a crayon eater? By the way, I already said this. I've said this before. Calling people stupid is just too nice. There are some dumb motherfuckers. We need to come up with a new word. A new saying for these kinds of people, because dumb or retarded is too nice. It's like an understatement of how dumb the person are. And I found it. It's crayon eater. Crayon eater, bro.
I don't know why she would be saying something like that with this. Again, the whole VOD, from what I can tell, is no longer accessible, so I don't even know what the question she was about to ask is. But yeah, it's definitely not a good look, and she is very openly, like, making fun of Kingsman from what I can see in the clips that still exist of it. But this is not Cece. This was not someone that played on Kingsman's team. I don't believe. All of this is only the tip of the iceberg, by the way. It gets so much deeper. There was a Google Doc that was put out there from the Widow's boyfriend. The tournament organizer initially doubled down, saying, nope, I maintain my position here. He deserved to be kicked from this tournament. He violated all of our rules. And then today he came forward very somber, like, look, I know everyone's mad at me and they're right to be mad at me. I was wrong about everything. I looked at this misleading evidence. It was only from one side and it was incorrect. I acted too hastily. So now he's singing a very different tune about how, he's had this come to Jesus moment after seeing the other side of the story with Kingsman. It's very clear that he was manipulated by incorrect information. He shouldn't have kicked him from the tournament.
When they come in here with the people, when they come in here, when they hate, they're justified in what they're saying. They're absolutely right. They're absolutely right. 100%. No question about it. There's no beating around the bush. I don't know why it's difficult to admit when you're wrong and when you fucked up. I made a decision based off of haste and based off of misinformation, but everybody in the team knew what was going on. Everybody in this team knew what was going on, and the fact that nobody told me anything was... That's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Also, Kaplunk, whom was the boyfriend in this story, is reaching out with an apology, saying that he went about it the wrong way and overstepped. Zaza, the widow, told him to leave it alone, but he couldn't control his impulses. The demon had to be let out of the cage. Thus, he went in and started sending clips to the tournament organizer to kick him, the Google Doc, all that kind of stuff. And then finally, Cece, the team captain, the one who was by far the most openly hostile to Kingsman and anyone that was showing any level of support for him, came forward with an apology as well, saying, I'm sorry, I was going off the video and forgot to explicitly call this out. Earlier today, I woke up with 1,000 noties from the day before, and people had joined my server from Kingsman, having a panic attack, and I just...
Having a panic attack! Shut up! I hate when people use that excuse. Panic attack. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Started experiencing them, so in my freak out I said Kingsman lacks social skills because he spends his time playing video games inside. I was angry and ended up lashing out at him instead of his community. I deeply regret it. I apologize for flinging another insult out. It shows I have terrible character, but I will be working on watching the words I say and getting help with my panic attacks. A community note even got hot dropped on here straight off the battle bus saying, even after the initial situation calmed down, Cece continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. Cece has a history of attacking other players and talking trash.
Has a history of attacking others and talking trash. I hate when people throw out punches and then when they get a punch back, they come scared and go, wah, 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 wah. I hate people like that. That they're so pussy. That's what they are, bro. If you're going to talk shit, expect a punch to be thrown. Maybe instead of, once you got sick of the ass, instead of bullying Kingsman, maybe you should have said, yeah, Kingsman, I owe you an apology, bro. I should listen. It's my fault, bro. I ended up getting you kicked out of the tournament. I'm sorry. And then do something to make up. If you would have done that, people would have said, okay, yeah, you're delusional and a narcissist, but at least you can accept me wrong. You didn't even do that. You continue to attack Kingsman, and then when you get backlash, you panic and you curled up into a ball and say, well, I was having panic attacks. Bro.
So that apology didn't really go.
Also, it turns out when people dug up her old tweets, she's like apparently racist, so
as smoothly as I think she was hoping it would.
So
and
she's
interestingly
one of those kind
enough,
of people,
from what
bro.
I can find, Kingsman throughout this entire thing has tried to urge people not to harass anyone that's been involved in it. You know, Zaza, her boyfriend, Cece, anyone. He's been trying to like actively calm things down to the best of his ability, but this clearly blew up well beyond anyone's wildest expectations. And Kingsman actually was able to make over $3,000, which would have been his cut of the prize money should they have won the tournament, through subs and donations the last time he streamed, which I believe was last night. So a bit of a happy ending for Kingsman. Not exactly the smoothest sailing for his teammates that were bullying him, attacking him, and insulting him. That hasn't worked out super well so far. Anyway, that's really about it. So, yep.
I think there's even more about it that they get touched on this. It came out later, so we won't do it this stream, but we'll do it in the next stream. So let me know in the comments below if y'all want me to talk about that. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments below your take on this situation. You think Cece was justified? You're fucking retarded if you do. Or do you stand with Kingsman, saying, hey, Kingsman got screwed over? But without further ado, I'll see y'all later. Peace.